I made over $150,000 in unrealized crypto gains last bull market and lost it all plus more. Here's my top 5 things that I did wrong in the last bull market so that you guys don't have to go through that experience and hopefully learn something from this video and my honesty. Number 1, holding on to investments for too long. Now, this is something that I think most people are guilty of, especially within this wild west crypto space where often you see projects go up and up and up with really no end in sight. And then you lose track of, firstly, how much money that is, and secondly, how inflated some prices may get for what they are. Let me give you an example. So last bull market, I bought a gaming project called Star Atlas. I thought it was quite an interesting space exploration game that included a little bit of blockchain, crypto economics with gaming economics. And I thought that was really interesting. And also looked like really good game, great graphics and a great plan. So I bought it at around $200 million market cap. And then it rose 300, 400, 500. And then it's getting to certain points where you're thinking, oh, it's just going to keep going. And you're not really analyzing that technically. Now you're going to ask me, well, how do you know what's too long? How do you know which point I should have actually sold Star Atlas? Which leads me to my second mistake, not looking at market caps. This is very interesting because we have all the data there. We have CoinGecko, we have CoinMarketCap. We can see all of the numbers for every cryptocurrency. It's in front of us. We can even see how many tokens are locked and we're aware of some of these very important bits of information. And we don't use it sometimes. Now, some of you may use it, but for me, last bull market, I definitely did not focus on that. And an easy way could have been this. Star Atlas, it reaches a $500 million market cap, as I said. So I should have had a look at that and then gone, well, let's compare this to some gaming companies, some Web 2 gaming companies that actually have proper revenue and that have got gaming products. And if I had looked at that, I would have seen that a $500 million market cap would put Star Atlas in the top 75 gaming companies in the world. Now, top 75 gaming company? No, it's not. Why? Because it didn't have a game at that point. It barely even had a trailer. It just had a lot of talk about, okay, we're going to do this. We've got all these experienced people that have worked at XYZ companies and they're going to all come on board and we're going to make this into some mega game. So at that $400 to $500 million range, even before that, you can go, okay, I've made my money. I've 2x'd it. I've done pretty well for myself. Let me start selling at this point. So that is one of the things that I did very, very wrong. You know, you sometimes do get sucked in, as I said before, to the hype and the attractive things about cryptocurrency, which is obviously gains and no end in sight, really. Which leads me to my third mistake. You get attracted by these large, big numbered gains and everything around you is signaling that it's going to keep going. And my third mistake is that I got too invested and attracted to these DeFi projects with such high farming rewards. So these high APR interest rate style numbers that you have a look at and you go, wow, that's a lot. Let me have a little go at this. Let me experiment with a little bit of decentralized finance. Let me talk to my friends about this, see if I can game it and play it in a certain strategy. And that is a big mistake because a lot of these decentralized finance projects, they have these high APRs to suck you into the project. And then, the token gets farmed to death. The tokens are 9 times out of 10 absolute shit coins with no utility, or utility that is based off of the fact that people are coming on for APRs. So you can see how that can be a problem if your only utility is built off of the fact that people are coming in and investing to farm. Yeah, be very careful with DeFi projects because they can be very attractive and you can get caught up with the big numbers and lose sight of the fact that they're shit projects. They are just farming. And a lot of them also, they they encourage you to keep staking your rewards and keep staking your tokens. So it's almost like a loop of putting your money in, and then that money gets recycled in a bunch of different staking pools and liquidity pools, and then the rewards from that also get recycled. And in fact, these days you also have auto restaking your rewards, which means you just perpetually in these projects, and they're shit projects. No offense, you get sucked in. Right? They say they're going to do this. They say they're partnering with this person. Oh, you know, we're going to do this in the future. We're going to be the biggest liquidity provider on Ethereum, or we're partnering up with the Solana Foundation. And yes, some of it may be true, but a lot of those roadmaps are to suck you in and keep you on the platform, keep your money on there. Which leads me to my fourth point. Roadmaps and getting sucked into NFT hype, but mainly the roadmaps. These exciting things that they say they're going to do if you're an NFT holder, these exciting clubs that you're going to be a part of, and buying into that. And I did that a lot, especially during certain times in the last bull market where there was just absolute NFT mania. And don't get me wrong, guys, I think NFTs are a fantastic tool for certain things, and I think they do have a future. But let's be honest, when you're looking at some of the projects that I invested in, and that I'm sure a lot of people are invested in and will invest in, they don't really have much going for them other than a club, a community of people that want to do things in the future, that want to partner. Let me put it this way. I'm not making much sense. Let me put it very simply. A lot of them are pipe dreams. A lot of them have these big, extravagant roadmaps of so many things they're going to do. Oh, we're going to send out t-shirts to you. We're going to make comics. We're going to get into the gaming space. We're going to do a short TV series using the NFTs. There's so many ideas, so many dreams that are on these roadmaps, and you get sucked into that, especially when the price is going up and up and up. You're like, wow, okay, this could be something huge. Oh wow, they're partnering up with this celebrity, or they're partnering up with this game. It's a roadmap that is purely there to suck you in and drive up prices. That's my opinion. And I got caught up in a lot of those projects. And guess what? They all went to zero. They're all dog shit projects that really have no space. And you know what? I'm not going to say it's 100% of projects, but guys, my opinion is it's over 90%. So be careful getting sucked into NFTs, especially in their current form. And speaking of sucked in, number 5, finally, and probably the one that hurts the most is trusting and having a good perception, a good service level perception of certain exchanges like FTX. Of course, that, you know, they created such a great surface level reputation for themselves. They had actually quite a great trading platform and a smooth UI, which made people too comfortable with holding large amounts of money on there. And that was one of my big mistakes. And obviously, you know how that turned out. Rugged, lost it all. And I think we've got to be skeptical, like I said, with the NFT projects and also the DeFi stuff. When you have these extravagant things in front of your face, you know, oh, Tom Brady is partnered with FTX, the Miami Heat Stadium is partnered with FTX, TSM is sponsored by FTX now, and they're doing deals and all sorts of stuff. Forbes is talking about SPF. You get too comfortable. And at the end of the day, this is all surface level stuff. So when you analyze certain bits of information that come out, surface level stuff. And you've got to understand that a lot of things can happen in the background that you don't know about. So always take precautions. Like a lot of OG maxis did and still do and are always doing, they are always off exchanges and say, not your keys, not your coins. And it's one of the most cliche things in cryptocurrency, but it's one of the most true things. When you don't have full control and full security of your own assets, you never know what people are doing with them. And that includes DeFi, that includes NFTs, that includes the exchanges. FTX obviously done, but there's plenty of exchanges out there now which you can apply this same logic to. So guys, thank you very much These are my 5 things. As I said, I did lose quite a lot of unrealized gains, but hey, you live and you learn. And remember that there's always opportunity. So even though the 5 things that I explained, they might be perceived as being a little bit negative and a little bit skeptical as well. But you have to remember that even if you are skeptical and even if you are negative about certain things, for example, I think a lot of crypto is not applicable and is really just pipe dreams and stories, really. But that doesn't mean there's not any opportunity in the space. Doesn't mean that you can't necessarily make money, especially in situations and time periods like bull markets where there is a lot of irrationality and things that are money flowing in and people thinking that everything's going to go forever. So there is opportunity there. I hope you guys have learned something from my mistakes, and I hope you won't do the same, and I hope I won't make those same mistakes as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Cheers, like, subscribe, and this is Thirds Out.